It's time now to ask the expert, and back yet again, this time to answer your questions live on air about HSAs and FSAs is Dr. Natasha Bhuyan. All right, our first question is from Ann in Scottsdale. She asks, which one can be rolled into next year and which one do you have to use by the end of the year?
This is a great question, and it's important to know the difference because the FSA, it's use it or lose it. So if you don't use those $3,000 this year, it doesn't roll over to next year. Whereas the HSA, you can keep rolling over year after year. And really, some people actually use it as a vehicle for retirement funding as well.
Okay, excellent. Tom asks, do you have to sign up with Medicare if you are 65 and still a full-time employee?
Yeah, I hear this question a lot because people are working beyond the age of 65 these days. And for some people, they want the money. For other people, they just love feeling the purpose of working. If you are employed full-time, you don't have to sign up for Medicare. You can choose to get private insurance through your employer. And if that's the case, you can still access an HSA or FSA.
Okay. Scott from Phoenix says, how do I know what is eligible for FSA or HSA when I'm shopping? And do I need to save my receipts? Ooh, that is a good question.
Yeah, and there is a website, there's an IRS website that lists out what exactly is eligible, but I don't expect people to know that or reference it when they're shopping.
Yeah.
And so I think the best thing people can do is save your receipts. And really the key question is think about what you're purchasing. Is this for a medical need? So you think about something like sunscreen. When you're buying that, you are buying sunscreen to prevent yourself from getting skin cancer.
Yeah.
So really ask yourself that key question. Yes, you do need to save all of your receipts, and then you can look later to see if the thing that you purchased was eligible, and then you can upload that receipt to get reimbursed.
Do you know all this time I did not know that sunscreen was under that
I know. Well,
list?
when you think about it, like there's a cosmetic reason kind of, but it's really to prevent skin cancer. So
that's
it's
huge.
a true medical reason. Yes.
I'm so using that for my sunscreen.
Exactly.
All right, Lorraine from Phoenix says, what can I spend this money on? Is it just for me or does it include my family too?
Yeah, so this is a great question. It's qualified medical expenses, and it can include people who are dependents on your tax form. So, if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or a roommate and you don't claim them as a dependent on your taxes, they're not eligible. But if you have a child who's a dependent, their medical expenses are eligible.
Okay, good to know. Elena from Chandler says, can I change how much I contribute during the year, or is this only at open enrollment?
Elena, also a good question, and the reason why is for each one it's different. So with the HSA throughout the year, you can change your contribution amount, but with the FSA, you can only determine your contribution amount one time during open enrollment, you can't change it. So you got to make the right decision. And it's hard to know because people often can't predict what their medical expenses will be, and so they might say, I'm going to opt for $3,000, and they don't end up spending $3,000. So you kind of have to do a little bit of gamification on predicting what you're going to do. And if you don't spend that money, you lose it.
Right. Open enrollment is so stressful.
So stressful.
It is. I don't enjoy it.
You have to make all kinds of decisions for the following year.
Exactly. Oh, okay. That was wonderful. And you know what? This is a new thing that we're trying out here because we get so many viewer text questions and we can't get all to them, right now live. So we're going to have Natasha go back in our green room and she's going to stay just for a couple more minutes and answer your questions. So Natasha, thank you so very much.